The PlayStation 2 room tour. I'm excited to get this video finally completed and be able to show you guys around. So let's start off with some of the PS2 consoles that we have. This is a Japan release only. It's the Gundam Mobile Suit Gold PS2. It's a fat model. It comes with a stand, a memory card, and also 2 controllers. I hope to do a unboxing of this one very soon because the box doesn't quite show what it does have, but it's hard when I'm filming these to grab them down and show the back of them. This is it's a midnight blue, but it's a transparent color. It's a Japanese release as well, which is a BB pack, so it's like a network PlayStation and has a hard disk drive with it. It's actually quite a nice looking PlayStation 2. And this is the other version. It's an ocean blue translucent. Now we don't have this boxed, obviously. It's just a display piece and used. Hopefully we do come across one boxed one day. So that's kind of the look that they are. So one's darker, one's lighter. For our Australian release consoles, we have 3. One is a Satin Silver Ps2, which is quite beautiful. When I come across these unboxed, they do get quite scratched. So when we're able to find one on Gumtree, Australia, we snapped it up. The other one is the original PS2 release, which is the fat, and then a slim. So Retro Gamer Guy and I didn't really hit the bandwagon on the PS2 when they first come out. I did have one a few years later, which is an unboxed one that we have laying around here. I think it's probably one that we use. And then we've obviously added quite a catalogue of games, which you'll see. So we do like the PS2. It's just we were probably a little bit later to the party than, you know, most other people who got them straight away. When it comes to one of the coolest things that we have is definitely the test PS2. This one just looks amazing. I do like, you know, anything test and PlayStation. We got this, the box is quite plain obviously, but we did get this last trip in Japan at a hard off store, and I think we only paid a couple $100 for it. The Final Fantasy, these are a Hori pair of gun style controllers. Again, it's the reason why we don't have these as display pieces are that the handles sort of start to break away and deteriorate. So it's not something that we can sort of leave out. They get sticky and gross, and hopefully I'm able to come across some photos that I do have of them already unboxed to be able to share again on Instagram. I know that Retro Gamer Guy has shared them before, but they are quite beautiful, and the box is absolutely like it's quite big and heavy and stuff like that. So without dropping it, they're just really cool guns made by Hori for PlayStation 2. So here is our current catalogue of PS2 games. I do forget how many are in here, but we have got a current count. So coming along, they should all be mostly in alphabetical order. Standout games for me that I like to play, I do love BMX XXX. I think this is quite a fun BMX game, and I do tend to like BMX games since Dave Mirra for PS1. We like the Metal Slug. This is a Japanese version. Biker Mice from Mars, I do play that a little bit. It's not that great though, not compared to the SNES version. Castlevania is still one that we have got to get through. Of course, Crash. And then going through some of our other titles. Crazy Taxi is probably one of the games that I only prefer to play on the Sega Dreamcast in comparison to others. So I don't really like it on the PS2 as much. And as we come through some of these games, we will see boxed controllers that we've tended to grab over the years. So we do like to get accessories and stuff like that. Oh, Kingdom Hearts is really good. I do like those games as well. A PSX controller. Some of our other ones. We don't have a lot of heavy hitter PS2 titles. Like, we've got, you know, a lot of these games we'd come across very cheap when you couldn't give PS2 away. You still really can't give it away in Australia. This is one of the new games that we picked up today. I'm really excited to play that one. Yeah, so some of the games that we do end up grabbing have been a couple of dollars here and there, and yeah, like, just worthwhile getting, really. You know, Manhunt back in the day, I think I paid 50 cents for. So, you know, when we asked a lot, like, where do we get our games from and stuff like that, yeah, we've just been collecting for quite a while and trying to get big deals and stuff like that. So it works out that you can save a lot of money. Like, the initial outlay of buying games, if you can get a bulk lot, is, you know, worth it in the end when you divide the cost of the games up. So we do love any Simpsons games, and I do enjoy playing them on the PS2. So we've got them as display because we are, you know, we do pick them up quite a lot and have a bit of fun playing those ones. Of course, SingStar, who had to get all of those. The Seaman games, I'm not 100% sure on all of the details of those, but I know that they can be quite desirable. They are Japanese versions of the game. I'm not sure if they were released elsewhere, and we picked them up quite cheap, probably like $3 or $4 each. We're not big Sims players, but we are big Time Crisis, Virtual Cop, or any sort of shooter games. Here is a really cool piece. The PSX collector, we found 2 of them when we were on our last trip to Japan, so sealed and carded PS2 memory cards, so we sent one of those to him for a gift. And one of our first trips to Japan, we purchased the Metal Gear Anniversary Collection. It is quite heavy. I can't remember how much we got it for, maybe $10. Now that was probably 5 years ago, something like that. We do like demo discs. Whenever I come across them in bulk lots, or even like at op shops, I find them a lot for 20 cents, so I do try and pick them up. Buzz, there's the BB unit, which it goes with the other console up here. So that one's a boxed one. We got that in Japan as well. I think that was about $45 Australian. Stands and stuff like that. Guns. This screen is really weird. I got this in a bulk lot set. It does look like it hooks up to your PS2. And we've never used it, to be honest. So I think that's something that we will pull out and try and use at some point soon. Test it out. Dance Factory, we do like to, you know, have fun playing those games. They can always be a lot of fun. And just down here, I've had to sneak in some space for some Xbox and PC games, which isn't really a huge selection of our collection at all. We don't play Xbox and PC games very often, so they're just ones that we, you know, are notable ones that we like to play. So that's for the PS2 section. And then we'll go across here to the PSP items. So this is Retro Gamer Guy's original PSP 1000. I actually had one as well, and I don't know why I sold it, but I probably wasn't thinking about it at the time. And I do regret that, because, you know, we used to play them a lot, you know, together and stuff. So yeah, someone else has that now, and if you're ever thinking about selling stuff and you're not really too sure, I probably just wouldn't do it, because, you know, I've found that I've regretted a lot of things that I've sold. A white ceramic, ceramic white 1000. The PSP Street, This came out and a lot of people didn't like this version. It's quite cheaper, like cheaply made, and a flimsy backdoor cover for the UMD and stuff. So I kind of like the look of it. Like it's a matte color, but yeah, not a lot of people liked it. This is a very beautiful bronze color that we purchased in Japan. This was a book I find in central Tokyo, and I think it was about $90. The Psp Go and the Xperia Play. So the Go is just another version of a PSP, so slightly smaller. I don't particularly like this one. I prefer to use the 1000 over any of them really, but the Xperia Play was an Android phone that you could play Sony games on. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So something to obviously keep and have. This is the PSP Monster Hunter edition. Just try and get that to clear up. Absolutely beautiful. White and blue. That was another purchase while we were in Japan. Yeah, it's quite gorgeous. I will do an unboxing of that one. It's probably one of my favourites. The Carnival Colour PSPs. There are 4 in total, I believe. Red, blue we have, and I think there's also a green and yellow. They are on the list for us to try and score when we get back to Japan one other time. And lastly is the Gran Turismo Racing Pack. I believe this was released in Japan and also Europe. Please correct me if I'm wrong, I apologise. The PSP is a jet black overall. It's very gorgeous, and it does have the GT logo on it. So yeah, that one was also a recent find. Actually, I might turn that around because I think it might look a bit better that way. This was another find in Japan from October last year. So yeah, that was, I can't remember. It's in one of my other YouTube videos. It's sort of caught a blank at the moment. But thank you very much for checking out our PS2 consoles and games. So next we'll get some more PS stuff done and up for you guys.